Welcome to another session where we will be starting a new book. And before I start, I'd like to congratulate the winners of last week, the game night we had last week, where we concluded the book we're reading, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'm sure we all learned one or two things from that call. And I'm sure that we've also started putting in to work so that by the end of this year, I'm sure our bank accounts will be fat. Okay, so our new book, the book we'll be reading within the next couple of weeks is Outlier. And I'll say congratulations to everyone that voted. Even though it was a strong battle, and Outlier came top. Though my friend told me that don't worry, Outlier will come first. But I said no, but here it is. It came first. So I like to say congratulations to everyone that votes. And here we are with your book. So this week we are looking at the introductory part of this particular book. And I thought it was a big book actually, but when I saw the book, it was actually a small book. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy about that. So we're starting with the Rossetto mystery, because I know I had to go and learn the pronunciation of this. And yeah, I got it. So I have I'm going to be your moderator, and my name again is Morade Olajibu. And our reviewer will be Blessing Oko. But before I hand over the virtual lesson to him, I'll just say one or two things. When I was reading this book, they defined what outlier means. And the thing that came to me is what God cannot do does not exist. That's the simple definition of outlier, something that is above the norm, right? And he used Rossetto as the whole story of this particular part that we'll be reading. I thought he actually just gave us like little things about them that they had when the doctor was telling his friend that, can you believe that these particular people less than 65, maybe 1% out of them just have heart disease, and the doctor was like, wow. So today, Blessing will do justice to that particular story, will give us the breakdown of everything, what he learned, and I'm sure at the end of the timing, people would also contribute one or two things to it. Please, Blessing, confirm that you're on the call and you can hear me before I hand over to you. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. So
Okay,
I will...
I streaming the set up myself and I had to switch device last minute. So
But I'm struggling to hear you, but no problem. In 2 minutes, I'll hand over to you. Then you just start. So I'll just continue with what I learned when I was reading the book. So this particular introduction revolved around the Italian people, and these are called the Rossetto, that moved from there to America, and they named that their little place Rossetto too. So while the doctor was looking at it, he was like, wow, these people have unusual low rates of heart disease and other societal issues, right? And they had to go down. Why is it that these people do not have the common disease that an average American have? Is it that they are exercising? Is it that they are dieting? What exactly is it? And when they drilled down, they saw that these people, they don't even, the food they eat, they have 40% calories in the food they eat. So it's not about the food that they eat, but it's about them themselves. So there's something special about them that is making the common disease not to affect them, right? And I'm sure that that's what this book will just make us to be an outlier. We'll just be above the norm. Well, by the time we are done with, I guess it's 9 chapters. Yeah, 9 chapters. By the time we are done with everything, I'm sure we'll stand out. I'll be above the norm. So I'll just hand over the virtual lesson to Blessing Okon, aka Dr. Lebby. Thank you. Blessing, you're muted. I'll hand over to you at this point. Blessing, you're muted. Can you unmute your mic?
His camera is on, but is not, we cannot hear him.
Or do you want to turn off your camera? Maybe it's because of network, then you try unmuting your mic. Let's see. Or he left the call. Okay. Okay, while we wait for our reviewer today, while we wait for our reviewer, right? When they were doing the whole they were trying to understand why these people were unique. They looked at their community. They went house by house to house to house, and they saw that they had up to 3 generations staying together. And I was thinking about my own self. Me, I'm the only one that stays. So maybe if I have like 3 generations and we are communicating, one thing I picked from that particular story is just that they were always communicating. They were
Hello,
giving
your voice is not too loud. Please let it be loud.
Okay, is it better?
But I can't hear you.
Please, can
I want to
anybody
check
hear
your
me?
audio. Ajay Sharifa. My voice is clear from my end.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So one thing I saw was the closeness about the people that were staying in that community. They were always lifting themselves. They were always helping themselves. They were just together. So there was nothing that could break them. They were not envious about their neighbor. They were just like a family. Not the So I was just like, okay, maybe I should just go and stay with my mom. I stay with my dad and let all of us just live in unity. They were living in unity. So I guess based on that research that they got, and they were like, could this be the thing? Well, I'm sure in the following chapters, it will actually give us the real outlier principle. It will give us the real outlier principle, right? Then another thing that they saw was it was beyond individual merits. It was more of a collaborative, a societal factor, more like they were bonding together. So I don't know how to explain this, but it was more like one person was not just Rosetto. It was just who they are. Was just who they are. And I'll bring it back to the Bible. It says that when you are for God, no man can be against you. So if God had already said that you will succeed, no matter what anybody says to you, right, you will definitely succeed. So this was how the Rosetto clans were. They were just about, this is who they are. So once you are a Rosetto, you know that there's no heart disease for you. That was just how what I picked. So if I was an Italian that was staying in the Roseto, right? That means whatever illness, no matter what I eat, no matter the calories, nothing will affect me because I am part of them. So that is another thing that I picked out of this book. Hey, our reviewer is not
Okay, so
on
I
the
think I can
call.
also add while we are waiting for Blessing to join. Can you hear me, Ano?
Yes, you are very audible.
Okay, so I also want to introduce generally about the book. Outlier is one book that I've read before, and I found it very interesting. And the real will I say the real context why this book is very important. And I was also very excited. Myself and Anu, we are on both sides of the top books. Anu was pitching for Our Iceberg is Melting, while I was pitching for Outliers. Good enough, I've read both of them, and I found both of them are very beneficial. So for Outliers, the summary of the book is the story of success. Okay, and when you say the story of success, what Malcolm is trying to tell us is he studied some successful people across the board, like the Rossetto people and individuals like Bill Gates, like some of these like some of them that were very exceptional. So he put all of them together and studied them to in a way to find a pattern. Okay, in a way to find a pattern, and that pattern, he believes that if you understand that pattern, we can all copy that pattern and use it to get ourselves back to be successful. I don't know, I can see Blessing dropping a message. Blessing, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me, sir?
All right, do you want to take up the podium? Thank you.
Okay. I will just start by saying apologies to everyone. I had a little issues in my device. One of them was the switch network and stuff like that.
Your voice is also not very clear. If you're using a pod or earbud, you might want to remove it and speak directly to your device. Your voice is not very clear. I hope that's not
Okay.
only for me.
Is it better now?
Far, far better. Thank you.
Much better. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just go right into it. So Outlier, as already I said, mentioned in her opening speech, it has to do with something that is significantly different from the norm, and what exactly is being termed as okay. So it's something that is out of the ordinary, basically. So before I go straight into a little review of the first introductory chapter of Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, I'll just start by opening that in sessions like this, gatherings like this, we have different set of people. For some set of people, it's just a reminder of something you already knew before, and information you had before. For some others, it's fresh information that you need to act on. And then for some others, it's a call to action. And so for whichever category you belong, just to take the learnings, listen, and ensure that it's not just one of those sessions you come together, listen, review a book, read the book together, and then move on going ahead. And I also start by saying that the value of information, the value of knowledge is not just in getting it, in acquiring it, in reading the book, but it is in applying it, not just applying it, but applying it correctly, because that is where the value comes out from. So the person that read this book, the person that came from these review sessions, and the person that didn't might end up having the same results if those of us that are here do not end up applying the knowledge we get from these sessions correctly. I just thought I should just add that before I go into the book. So the Rossetto mystery, I'll start from that, picking that caption, the way Malcolm puts it, the Rossetto mystery. With the Rossetto mystery, it was a small town in Pennsylvania where the residents live significantly longer than the average, surprisingly, right? So their health wasn't explained by the normal diet, exercise, genetics, but there was something invisible which came out in Dr. Wolf's finding, because he took interest in that. That's Dr. Stuart Wolf, to find out what is the extra thing, right? And then he found out that their invisible, strong, supportive community played a huge role in that exceptional outcome, right? And so he noticed that the key to those Rositans' long, healthy lives was their culture, the way they cared for each other, the way they maintained deep social bonds, the way they built a protective community around every individual. That actually is what made them exceptionally live long, right? So what Malcolm was trying to do was to use just this story, the story of the Rossetto community and Wolf's finding, to now apply it into our day-to-day success. Every man wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be an exceptional person, a person of influence. So, but most times everybody's quick to see the person, hard work. This guy is hardworking, and without carefully stepping back to understand that beyond that person's hard work and effort, there were some other things that contributed to making that person an exceptional one, making that person an icon. So Malcolm's idea is like, most times you want to go in a path, you want to become successful, you have to also look beyond just the person you are trying to look, or the icon you want to be, or yourself, your hard work and your personality, and also look at the deeper things involved. So that's what Gladwell used the story to launch that powerful idea that success, just like the health in Rossetto, isn't just about individual efforts. It's about hidden systems, cultures, and opportunity surrounding people. Can you still hear me? I want to be sure that
Yes,
everybody can
you are
hear me.
audible. Yes, you are.
All right. So it's beyond just the person's individual activity, right? It's about hidden systems, cultures, opportunities surrounding those people, and then most people usually overlook these things, but that is what makes those people who look out to stand out. So now tying this to the matching effect, he also introduces the matching effect somewhere in the story, where he says that the idea that small advantages like the player's birth month, accumulates the major differences and outcomes, just like the community itself. So there might be some other little things like environment, like a community, where does this people interact, the church, the small groups, the people around the person. So it's also important to pay attention to those kind of indirect influence on our success. So that's the major core idea that Malcolm was trying to pass to us through the first story. So I'll just recap generally by saying that simply what I just want to focus on personally is today, they tell us, oh, I want to be like this person. You see somebody you look up to, okay, I want to be successful in this vein. When you pick up a mentor or someone that has been able to, do something substantial in that group, look beyond just the person. Try to understand beyond the person's effort, who the person is. Check the systems. Check who does he talk to. What kind of communities? What does this person listen to on social media? Who is it? Who is he following? Those little information is what comes together to make the person is as successful as the person actually end up being. So I'll round off by mentioning three things I think, three strong reasons why I like this book, why I think it's something we all should follow through up to the end. First is the book all through reveals the hidden forces behind success. Just like the wolf uncovered the unseen social factors behind good health for those guys, Gladwell tried to use this book to uncover some hidden social, cultural, and environmental factors that might influence extraordinary success. So we need to pay attention to that. Second, it also seeks to challenge our deepest assumptions. It's easy to just follow the bandwagon. Oh, talent or hard work is all that matters, and then you come out. But you now discover that if you look deeply, you might find two people that were equally hardworking. It looked like they had the talent, but somehow one came up on top, and the other one looked like he's still struggling. Because beyond having that talent or having hard work, there were some other factors that influenced what who they become. So for us to also apply to our life, it makes us take cognizance of those other things that might not be so visible at first, and challenge those assumptions that, oh, just with my hard work and I'm able to do this, and also start paying attention to what's environment around us. And then number three, it also equips you to create better opportunities, because the concentration of Malcolm Gladwell's storyline is beyond what is obvious. Let's look beyond the obvious. There's something I say is arguable anyway, that in most cases the obvious answer might not be the real answer. And for people in my community, like business analysts, there's something we really play that most times people come to you with problems. And what you see at the end of the day is just the perceived problem, really. When you dig deep, see that the actual problem might not be the perceived problem. So Malcolm is challenging us that once in our journey to success, beyond the drive, what everybody sees as success, we need to go deeper than just what everybody's seeing on the surface to check the root cause, like the whole iceberg theory. We see the tip of the iceberg. Beyond that, what we see at the tip, let's go down below to see what is not carrying that tip that everyone sees. So quickly, by understanding these hidden patterns, we can better design our personal path, our growth, our environment, and even create larger systems to foster true and sustainable success. Lastly, I would say for those of us that have a place where you work or a community, the day you stop working, one thing stops, which is the payment that is coming, right? If it's a paid job. But other things would stay beyond that. The connection you make, the relationship you build, and then what you learn. So those are the other things that might not be obvious. But most people just concentrate on, oh, let me get these funds and move on. But if you follow us through in this journey, reading Malcolm Gladwell's book, I'm very, very positive that in your journey to success, you will make some adjustment, will make some recalibrations, and then we'll get there faster by standing with people and understanding the power of community, both our online community who we follow on social media, our Instagram feeds, our TikTok feed. These are little things that can influence your ultimate journey to success. This book is going to teach us to also pay attention to those little things. Thank you. So I would leave the floor open for other comments and suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you, Blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Blessing has already, I'm sure, yeah, he did. Blessing and Kazim has done justice to this introduction, and I'm sure everybody is already hungry to like, what does this book or this do for the next 9 weeks or 10 weeks? What do I have? What will I gain at the end of this whole session, right? So Blessing already stated that Malcolm Gladwell, yeah, emphasizes about our success and our health, and it's beyond individual. He had already emphasized that. So it's more of the societal factors around us. So I guess I've picked that and I also work towards that. So at this point, I have 3 minutes, just 2 minutes for anybody that wants to add any contribution based on what we've read. I believe that all of us have read this book. Right now, I guess this week I'll use to finish this book, so that since most people have read this book, I'm the only one that have not read it. So please, let's make contributions. You can raise your hand, we'll unmute your mic.
All right.
Okay,
Can I go? Can I go? I have my hand raised.
Hafiz, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, just like I want to thank the reviewer. This book is actually a very, very wonderful book. Student of data would understand the concept of outlier. If you know what a box plot is, a box plot actually, arrange data in terms of the mean, the median, the first quartile, the third quartile, interquartile range. Then you have the outlier. Those are the ones that stand out, So in this introductory part, the insight I got there is it's very realistic. We have seen cases where, from a religious perspective, you say everybody has when they are coming to this world and when they are leaving. But death will always tie
I cannot hear you.
purpose that. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in transit actually.
Okay. Okay, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
I think the network. Oh, I think my network is acting up, so other people can contribute.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for giving us data statistics. So yes, thank you. I guess we have 1 more minute. Any other person in the next 30 seconds wants to say something for 30 seconds before I wrap up?
Okay, so in case we get people that will still speak, I just want to add that first, thank you so much, Blessing, for that wonderful intro. I really appreciate it, and it really showed the extent of what the book will be doing to us if we all participate. I also want to congratulate everybody that participated today, because this is the first time we are starting this book. This is our 4th book. So it is good if you are starting with us and you stay glued to your schedule. It's 7:30 every Saturday, and also invite people and also join the group to share from what we read. The book is actually very good, and it's going to be telling us so many things that will open our eyes to look beyond the obvious, like Blessing used it. So I want to plead with all of us, let's stay close. Let's be consistent, because one of the things this book will tell us, is 10,000 hours and what he called deliberate practice. So those are things that can really help us to be successful in anything that we do. So please, we'll be expecting all of us to be consistent and stay and walk on this journey with us. Thank you, Blessing, and thank you, Moradeyo. Moradeyo, over to you to close. Thank you.
Thank you, Kazim. Thank you. So I guess Kazim have said some of my closing speech already. So I will just say next week we'll be looking at the Matthew's effects, right? And I'm sure I've not read it, but since Blessing had already whet all of us appetite, I'm sure it will be very interesting, and I'll start reading it. And I'll also try and read some other chapters as well. So I'll just employ everyone to join our social media, and those you can just help us drop chats, questions. We'll definitely answer you. And also would appreciate if everybody can also, once we post, you can just post on your status so that every other person can see and also join the community as it's growing. I once again say thank you to everyone for joining, and see you same time next week. Bye everyone, and have a lovely evening. Thank you.